Today we are going to visit some of the historical sites located at Munshiganj. Munshiganj is only 30 kilometers away from Dhaka, so it is going to take me around 2 hours to reach there. As I drive, let's have a quick recap about the history of this region. Mughal took over control of Bengal in the year of 1574. It was a very important region for Mughals. In 1639, Shah Jahan appointed his second son, Shah Shuja, as governor or the Subedar of Bengal. Eventually, Shah Jahan became ill. Shah Jahan's son Aurangzeb took over his father's throne when Shah Jahan was sick, but things became interesting when Shah Jahan actually recovered. Aurangzeb had enough political power that he decided to put the Emperor Shah Jahan in prison and declared him unfit to rule. The Subedar of Bengal, Shah Shuja, decided to campaign against Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb won the throne and fired Shah Shuja from his job. He became a rebel and started involving looting and destruction. To solve the Shah Shuja problem, Aurangzeb appointed a maritime trader named Mir Jumla. Later, in 1660, Mir Jumla was appointed as the Subedar or the governor of Bengal. Mir Jumla was very intelligent and he was very aware of the problems and the potential of this region. After his appointment as Subedar, he shifted the capital of Bengal from Rajmahal to Dhaka. Dhaka was an important center of business. The Muslim fabric was produced and traded in this area. Dhaka was also surrounded by important rich cities like Sonargaon and Bikrampur. And Mir Jumla was eager to develop the wealthy area of Bikrampur. But the Portuguese and the Magh pirates used this point to move forward to Dhaka through Shitalaka River. He had to find a way to protect Dhaka, otherwise Sonargaon and Bikrampur is also going to lose its steel. So he came up with a triangular defense strategy to protect these cities from the Portuguese pirate. He decided to build up 3 river forts near Dhaka. One of these 3 forts is Idrakpur Fort of Munshiganj. Back then, Idrakpur was a strategically very significant point. It was the junction of a number of rivers, including Meghna, Shitalaka, Ichamuti, Dhaleshwari, and so on. The fort was built on the bank of the junction of Ichamuti River and Meghna River. So Idrakpur Fort was the center of his strategy. I just noticed there is a tunnel down there. I have no idea where this tunnel leads to, but I am very curious. The tunnel ends right here. That's a bummer. I had high hopes for this tunnel. The fort was intended to check the advance of the Magh and Portuguese pirates proceeding toward the Mughal capital city of Dhaka. The fort was also being used by the naval base. There was more than 200 frigates under Mughal admirals. According to this strategy, whenever the pirates made an attempt to advance to Dhaka, the Mughal soldiers would be ordered to start firing mortars both from the cannons of their 200 battleships and from the Idrakpur Fort, leaving the pirates with no options but to retreat or die on the rivers. However, if any of the pirate ships survived the initial attack and tried to advance to Dhaka, Shonakanda Fort and the Hajibganj Fort, situated on the eastern and western bank of Shitalaka River, respectively, would start throwing round shots to the ships and vessels. We are going to visit Shonakandi Fort next, but before visiting Shonakandi Fort, let me take you to some of the historical places that is nearby to this fort. From what we know, Ashoka ruled all of the major parts of the Bengal from 269 BC to 232 BC. He propagated Buddhism across his kingdom. Then the Pala kings came to Bikrampur to rule this region. They are also the followers of Buddha. Pala king Dharmapala constructed 30 notable monasteries, and this is one of those monasteries located at Bikrampur. During the rule of Sri Chandra, it became the administrative center of Chandra kingdom. In the year of 1982, a grandson of Sri Chandra was born in Bikrampur. His name was Atish Dipankar. We are going to visit Atishdipankar Memorial Complex. Similar to Gautam Buddha, Atish Dipankar was born into a royalty. He is recognized as one of the greatest figures of medieval Buddhism. During the time of Atish Dipankar, this region was the center of Buddhist education. More than 80,000 students and professors came to study in Bikrampur from as far as China, Tibet, Nepal, and Thailand. This is the first Buddhist temple I have visited where Quranic and biblical inscriptions are written all over. Varman dynasty plus Chandra, Hinduism started blurring the differences in Buddhism. Starting from 9th century, Muslim merchants increased trading at Bengal seaports. During Pala dynasty, Islam first appeared in Bengal. By 10th century, it became a small community, and during medieval and early modern period, Bengal was ruled by Muslim rulers. During 1414 to 1435, this region faced huge Hindu-Muslim uprising. People think that it was basically political conflict orchestrated by Sultan's premier Raja Ganesha to install his son Jadoo to the throne. Baba Adam was living in Makkah. Hearing the stories of Muslim suffering under Hindu landlords, Adam went to Bikrampur with 7,000 followers. When Adam was performing his prayer, Hindu landlord Raja Vallabhsena killed him. This mosque was constructed to remember Baba Adam. The uprising took sharp turn. Jadoo was influenced to convert to Islam. Now we are going to visit a beautiful Hindu temple from the 19th century. It is known as Twin Temple. The larger temple was constructed in 1843. It was a temple of Hindu god Shiva, and the smaller temple was constructed in 1886. It was for the Hindu god Kali. Now we are on our way to Shonakandi Fort. This fort was the second line of defense for the people of this region. Currently I am at Shonakanda Fort. This fort is not as well maintained as Idrakpur Fort, but I personally feel like this is more beautiful. This fort is currently being used as a playground. People come here to play football. I personally feel like this place is more alive, but at the same time this place is not very well maintained. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. As a new content creator, I depend on your support. Please like, comment and share this video with your loved one. And if you have a suggestion for me, please let me know in the comment.